Imagine waking up. You grab your favorite shirt. It has a bad stain. Now imagine pouring a warm bucket of human pee all over it. Yes, actual pee. And then you stomp on it with your bare feet. To the ancient Romans, this was not a gross prank. It was laundry day. We think our lives are hard today. You cry when the Wi-Fi drops for 2 minutes. This Roman guy had to wash his clothes in a tub of strangers' urine. So how did they get so much pee? They did not just use their own. That would take too long. Instead, the city put giant clay jars on the street corners. If you were walking by and had to go, you just used the jar. It was like a public bathroom, but for recycling. In fact, pee was so valuable that the government taxed it. The Emperor Vespasian started this tax. His own son thought it was disgusting. So, the emperor held a gold coin under his son's nose. He asked if it smelled bad. His son said no. The emperor replied, "And yet it comes from urine." This is where the famous saying comes from. Money does not smell, but why did they want all this pee? There is a very gross scientific reason. Pee contains a chemical called ammonia. When pee sits in a jar for a few days, it gets very smelly. But that smelly stuff is amazing at cleaning. It cuts through grease and dirt like magic. It also makes white clothes look incredibly bright. Today, we buy fancy detergents with lavender scents. Romans just used the local guy's morning bathroom break. The people who did this laundry were called fullers. Most of them were slaves. Their job was absolutely terrible. Picture this. You stand in a small stone tub built into the floor. The tub is filled with dirty wool coats and stale pee. You have to jump up and down on the clothes for hours. They called this the fuller's dance. But it was not a fun dance. The smell was so strong it made their eyes water. The ammonia would burn their skin. Their feet would get wrinkled and sore. You hate folding clean, warm clothes from the dryer. These guys literally spent their lives jumping in warm pee. After the pee stomp, the job was not done. They had to rinse the clothes in clean water. Then they used a special clay called fuller's earth. They rubbed this clay into the fabric to soak up the leftover grease. Next, they brushed the wool with thorny plants to make it soft. Finally, they hung the clothes over a wicker frame. They burned sulfur underneath. The smoke bleached the fabric. It made the white togas look brand new. Did the clothes still smell like pee? Probably a little bit. But to the Romans, that was the smell of wealth. If your toga was bright white, you looked rich. No one cared how it got that way. Next time you do your laundry, think of the Romans. You just throw your clothes in a machine. You press one button. You do not have to collect pee from the street. You do not have to dance in a tub of urine. Be glad you live in the modern world. Your clothes smell like fresh flowers, and your feet stay nice and dry.